This next series of little clips is about present value and convergence. It's the basis for what's called fundamental analysis in the stock market. And one way to look at this is to think of it in terms of how would you come up with the value of a firm across time? What sort of information can you gather? It rests on present value of a firm. So when we think about present value, something you've hopefully already seen before, we can think about, let's say you have $1 today, and you're concerned with what is that going to be worth at some future time. So if a dollar is the present value, and we put it into a bank for, say, 1 year, so 1 is equal to T, and the interest rate was 10% or 0.1 equals the interest rate, what is that going to be worth in 1 year, i.e. what is the future value that we're looking at? And we want to find the future value. It's actually pretty direct. The present value, right, times 1 plus the interest rate, you're going to get your initial deposit back, at some time t in the future is equal to the future value. So if we had this 10% interest rate, we'd have $1 times 1 plus 0.1, and it's only 1 year in the future, would equal what? That's $1 times 1.1 taken to the first power. It would be worth $1.10. So if we put $1 in the bank, earning 10% for 1 year, at the end of the year we'd have $1.10. We can reverse that process, say we know a future value of some value of something. So what is the present value of some future payment? That's 1 plus I taken to the time period that we're looking at in terms of its future. So those are the basic rules of present value, future value. Some future payment is equal to some present value, and it's based on the interest rate and the time periods that we're looking at. Another example might be, okay, what is this $1 going to be worth in, say, 2 years at an interest rate of 10%. That's very much the same idea. You just take the $1 times 1.1, that's 1 plus the interest rate, taken to the second power, that equals 121, or $1.21. Reverse it, what is $1.21 at 10% worth today, if it's 2 years in the future? Well, 1.21 divided by 1.1 squared is equal to $1. We just go back and forth with this sort of idea. That's the end of this one. I'll pick it up next with an example of where this shows up and how people can err on